For months now, we've all been anticipating WWDC, Apple's Worldwide Developer Conference. We're all getting our minds ready for all the groundbreaking features that Apple will add to its software. That's on one hand, and on the other hand, hoping that they'll fulfill their promises. For at least a year now, Siri has been bad. So bad that it makes you wonder whether it's the same company that makes the Macs, the iPhones, and the iPads. The month is August, which means that the event is concluded and they would have rolled at least 2 betas. But was this new update the leap the company needed, or just icing on an unbaked cake? Let's get to it. Firstly, a naming scheme. So instead of iOS 19, macOS 16, watchOS 12, and the likes, everything is now called 26. This unifies it a ton and makes you know when you're on the latest software, because now it matches with the year, kinda. See, we're in 2025, so if you are using 2025 software in 2026, it's going to sound outdated, so they just had to make it 26. iOS 26, Apple's best-in-class operating system, is now getting a new look. A look very far from just different. This look was reimagined. It's called Liquid Glass, a dynamic look that refracts UI elements and does it fluidly. Personally, I'm in love with it, while others, reviewers and users, are not. Why? Well, let me explain. You see, when designing, a key thing such as readability must be put into consideration, and Liquid Glass lacks that. At least the first beta. Apple have learned from the feedback and corrected this. But I'm still in line with the idea because it's nice and unique. Aside the UI, they unveiled software features for calls, text, in the phone app. Some of them are very cool, I must say, but the rest, we have actually seen them before in other devices. One of them is Hold Assist, which basically allows you to hold the call on your own end, even when you're on hold on the other end. So it allows you to take control back and also alerts you when the person on the other end is ready to continue the call. Another is Live Translate, which is very self-explanatory. It basically translates in real time the person's language, so we can have multi-language conversations. And also in Apple Music, they also adopted this and allows you to read along or understand foreign music. They also redesigned the camera app and the phone app. So the phone app now has a unified view, whereas camera app is also simplified and you can use different gestures to access various other controls. iPadOS 26 also gets Liquid Glass, and finally, for what has felt like an eternity, Apple has finally brought proper windowing to the iPad. So this elevates the iPad experience and might win some people over or even make it considerable as a portable workstation. Alongside that, audio and video input can now be easily manipulated with the new provision for content creators to record meetings on native iPad app with ease. These features are very groundbreaking. I think iPad features are the most felt and will be for a really long time. watchOS 26. This also gets Liquid Glass, as you might have guessed already, and it offers new wrist flick gesture to basically dismiss any notification on your screen, and a personalized coach for workouts and trainings. tvOS 26, Liquid Glass, and a karaoke mode. So basically you can sing along with a friend and basically enjoy karaoke with your Apple devices. And as for Liquid Glass, I think this is the most understandable experience because it's a TV, it's a screen, you're watching content on it and you wouldn't want any kind of distraction. So that's where the fractions and the glossy shine and glass actually makes a lot of sense. macOS 26 also gets Liquid Glass, and we finally get more control with Spotlight on Mac. So if you know Raycast is a popular app that allows you to perform different functions just like Spotlight, but now Spotlight is adding those additional functions and even special AI functions too. So for example, you can maybe while writing an essay or a blog, maybe have this image that you want to remove the background, right? You normally just switch apps, go to Safari, maybe remove BG, then get the background removed and import it back into the PDF file. But now you can do that directly from Spotlight, so that is a very essential feature. Now your files are more customizable. You can change the color, you can add emojis, icons, whatever. And macOS is pretty much elevated. These features will definitely be useful in day-to-day tasks, but they aren't so new. not something we're expecting. We're in the hopes of a big release, a release that will actually change the game, right? A release that could even make someone from the Samsung ecosystem switch to Apple. But what was supposed to be so much of a feature wasn't so much of a feature, and that's Apple Intelligence. Apple is still coasting. I mean, here's what Craig had to say.
And as we've shared, we're continuing our work to deliver the features that make Siri even more personal. This work needed more time to reach our high-quality bar, and we look forward to sharing more about it in the coming year.
Apple, as a $1 trillion company, is still struggling. $1 trillion company, really. Apple has faced this kind of issues before, so it is not new to them. But in terms of AI, I don't really want them to be replaced because they can actually handle this task. They should just chill. Maybe iOS 27 will probably see some changes, but for now, that's all. Some tech reviewers will tell you to not upgrade. It's not needed for some understandable reasons like how your devices might get slow. But there are actually some features, right, especially for the iPhone, the iPad, and the Mac that actually need you to upgrade. For example, I know this sounds crazy, but now iOS allows you when your back camera is dirty. Second is also you can know how long your phone will take to charge. I mean, all these kind of features, they're actually necessary and they've not been in iOS for a long time. And also the Photos app just gets a redesign. The camera app, the design is nice. There are actually 2 new apps that they brought to iOS: Games and Preview. So Games is basically a steal from the App Store, just gives you a layout of all your games and these connections and everything that you get with the app. It's not really a new feature. It offers game recommendations, suggestions, that, and also Preview. Preview is actually a very useful app. It's from the Mac. And there you have it. A name change, a design change, and one or more features here and there to kind of elevate the experience. As for Apple Intelligence, I really hope Apple listens, and till then, I'm going to keep hoping, maybe iOS 7. I'll catch you guys in the next one.